I'll kick you back over to Pasco.
Lord Captain. I have not seen her, Lord Captain. But there are times when I think I hear her laughing in the distance. Or I sense hands touching me, as she used to do, to distract me from my sorrowful ruminations. But I know the difference between reality and fantasy. Now I fear I shall simply have to learn to live with this ghost that appears only to me. With this vision of the past.
How you feeling?
I fear, Lord Captain, that without the intervention of an experienced rejuvenate adept, I will not be able to overcome this frailty on my own. Blessed throne, it is hard to be a helpless old man. I always hoped I would die, long before the day my back and hands gave out. And look at me now.
Any thoughts on how we might get out of here?
I am sorry to say I do not. If we had our ship and crew at our disposal, we could be safely within its walls,
ACXL.
conduct reconnaissance of this place, and in the end, meet our deaths in battle against the Xenos, as befits true servants of the God Emperor. However, we are deprived of our usual resources. Now we can only rely on our weapons and our wits.
You know anything about this place?
No, Lord Captain. And trust me, I hope to remain in this state of blissful ignorance until my dying day. Just knowing that this abyss exists at all is enough to poison my mind. It is possible the Xenos Elliot could tell you something about this place. After all, she is in some way related to its denizens, and she is responsible for the fact that we are here at all.
Argenta probably wants to murder Iliet, like, more than anything right now. I would have loved to have brought Heinrichs here.
Rogue trader. Being reunited with the Emperor's Chosen is a balm to my soul.
Have you managed to learn anything about this place?
I have made no attempt to do so. What need do I have to know of the depravity of the enemies of humanity, when all I want is to burn it all in pure, raging flame?
That's my girl.
I already know all I need to. This place is evil, but there are servants of the Emperor here worthy of salvation.
We need to find a way out of here.
We do. And I swear to fight for
Argentas
that
only
end,
want one thing.
and not to lose hope, even
Purifying
when
fire.
deceit, corruption and treachery surround us on all sides.
I must take my leave.
May Terra's light be with you, Rogue Trader.
So, hi. How you doing?
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed.
How are you?
My body has already healed. The wounds of the soul will heal one day too. For suffering is a part of our life, not unlike love and fear and the desire to learn. The paths help the children of Asurion to endure any spiritual upheaval. And you, Elentark, did not allow me to stray from mine. For this, I am grateful. And yet, neither rest nor healing salves, or even our reconciliation, can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul, Elentark. Cruderak is lost, and the bud of truth never opened before me. What happened to my kinsmen? What happened to my world? And why did the Dark Cousin tell me less than he knew?
What happened to you after the trial?
I was meant to share your fate, Elentark, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Fleshmaster gave a different order. His twisted mind was beset by a question. Could a child of Asurion be saved from the gaze of she who thirsts with intense re-education? By by replacing the influence of my spirit stone with the heady tang of pain that nourishes the followers of the dark ways.
Animandeer, Merry Christmas Eve, my dude. Thank you for tuning in. Also, you Hellfire as well. Also, thank you, Jesse ASA. I appreciate your 4 years, dude. Thank you.
I donned the executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my spirit stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived, prayed for Asurian's mercy, and hoped to escape before the stone cracked under the torrent of pain and terror assaulting my soul. Before the experiment was complete.
Sounds like you're fine. I want to know why you did it. Everything from beginning to end.
I tried to learn to trust you, Elantark. Whatever your motives, you did not turn away from me, and you helped me search for my kin. But despair ate at me from within. The human journeys through the realm of She Who Thirsts left my soul drained, and our attempts to save the children of Cruderak crumbled to nothing in the unending coldness of the dark cosmos. And even when I beheld a piece of Cruderak in your chambers, I wanted to believe you had nothing to do with it. I wanted to, but I succumbed to emotion, to fear, to hopelessness, to grief. I was afraid that Silent Thrash would find me before I found the truth. Which is why I tried to find my dark cousin on the day he attacked Argonis. I used the commotion to slip away unnoticed and wandered the streets like a shadow in search of its owner. My efforts were futile. I returned to the palace in confusion. I waited for my fresh wounds to stop aching and for the watchfulness of the surrounding monkey to fade like the mist on an autumn morning. But still, I had my doubts. Perhaps, I thought, I should discuss it openly with you.
Well, that would have been a nice option.
That monkey Achilles. There was something wrong about him. He kept disappearing at night. So one day, I followed him. Achilles was contacting Marajai, using an artifact that transmitted his master's orders. That is how I learned that the burnt monkey was about to betray you. Which meant my only chance to discover the fate of my homeworld was about to slip through my fingers. I could not wait any longer. I killed Achilles, took the artifact, and demanded answers from Marajai. He hinted at where I could go to look for the truth. You know what happened next.
So she didn't really... see, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than this. I thought she was going to, like, conspire with the Drukhari to turn us over for answers. That's not really what happened at all. I mean, she kind of sold us out, but not quite to the degree... I still want a banger is what I'm saying, chat. I'm working through this in my mind. I think we're still going to go for it is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I think we can let this slide. Okay. Yeah. We can fix this, chat. All right, we can fix this. This is fixable. It's Christmas. It's fixable. Okay. Did you kill Achilles? I mean, she just said she did, but...
My words will hardly console you, Elantark. But I killed the traitor. I fear the Dark Ones left too many scars on his fragile soul. Your loyal monkey broke, so I gifted him a swift death, free from the shame of betrayal.
We went through all that and you didn't even learn anything?
Alas, my cousin fell out of favor with the Archon. But even so, I doubt Marajai would reveal the truth. At least not before his dark soul was suffused with my suffering.
I'm not going to say this one. Okay, enough about that. What do you know about this place?
Kamora.
I love that this is voice
grinds
acted.
down the will of the strong and torments any who get tangled in its dark web. The fools are the first to die, and the shrewd perish regardless. I have never been here before, but few children of Assyrian manage to escape the Dark City without surrendering a part of their soul. So what is it that you wish to know?
Hey, Merry Christmas, boat. Who rules the Dark City?
An ancient and powerful Drukhari named Asdrubal Vecht, the supreme overlord of the Cabal of the Black Heart.
That's who they were talking about at the
reigns
trial.
over all of the Drukhari with an iron fist. My dark kin consider him to be a living god. Much like your emperor on the Golden Throne, Vecht sits upon a throne of darkness and suffering that keeps Comora's disparate clans from disintegrating. I would not want to meet him if I were you, Alantak.
Almost all companion chats have been voiced. No, unfortunately they haven't been. There's been this weird thing where all the companions' voice acting seems to be limited to on the bridge, and this is one of the first times we've actually seen it not on the bridge. So I'm guessing this is like the camp area of this act. But what's really been unfortunate is the companions will talk to you on the bridge fully voiced, and then a lot of times for their personal quest you need to talk to them in private, and they'll be like, hey, I want to talk to you somewhere else so all these, listening Lisas won't hear what we're saying. And then you'll go somewhere else and it won't be voiced. And it's like, that's the important, like, companion specific character growth section. And it's like, let's go somewhere else so I don't have to talk. And it's like, man, no, talk right here so everyone can hear. 'Cause I want to hear your voice. Talk right here. We're not going anywhere. All right. What about cities other than Cohh?
There are no other cities, Alantak. The Dark City has no bounds. It is a tangle of countless nightmare domains subject to a single ruler. An endless amalgamation of ever-changing and immutable dimensions.
It's like the mod dungeon.
You cannot grasp its tenebrous grandeur, for even my life will not be long enough to visit all corners of the Dark City and the realms that border it. But
Nope.
it hardly matters where you go, for death lurks on every corner.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, I'm going to announce this. We are going to be looking for new mods soon to join us in the never-ending parallel dimension basement. So if you're interested, stay tuned early next year, because we're going to be reopening mod apps and getting some new moderators. So something to think about. Okay. Do you know how we can get out of here?
The Dark City is pierced by millions of spires, and a webway gate may be hidden in any of them. It is the only way out of this place, and an impassable obstacle to any who do not know how to operate it. I know, and will help you should you so desire.
Gomi says Suzu is getting promoted to senior then? Bro, Suzu's already senior. Yeah, Suzu is already, like, Suzu joined our team and like a rocket was just like, oh, I'm brand new to the team. Cool, senior. He came at a very good time because we were just kind of getting the entire process going, like just a little bit before he joined up. So everything worked out really well. Yeah, worked out great. I have other questions.
But do I have the answers that you seek?
Nope, leave.
Alantak.
Okay.
I promised that I would no longer hide my worries behind an icy wall of pride and doubt. And so I want to explain myself. But are you willing to hear me out?
Yep, go ahead.
Not here.
Oh my
The
God.
words of my truth are intended only for your ears, Alantak.
Are you ready for this bullshit? Are you ready for this? Here we go. Damn it! And just for that, you get to be Meatwad. This is my first time ever having to explain myself like this. But you, more than anyone, deserve to know the truth. I understand how unworthy I am to your eyes. This may sound like a ridiculous excuse, but I did not want to betray you, Cohh. I only wish to learn the truth about Kudurat's demise and find my kid. And when I saw the shard of my world in your dwelling, that trophy mounted on the wall, I was beside myself with fear and rage. And when my dark cousin whispered in my ear and he knew the answers to my questions, I made a mistake. I trusted my kid. And fearing that you might refuse me if you knew me, where I'd been getting my orders from, I simply asked you to direct your ship to the particular system. Alright, I cannot do that again, so. Am I the real voice? I am. I'm the actual voice actor for Early Yet. I know it's hard to tell a difference, but, yeah. Did I trust Mirazai? No, of course not. I thought he spoke of my kin's location to crush my soul, that he wanted me to go there and find only death instead of them. But hope for the better, prevailed over my faith in you, Elentok. Filled with hope, the thought never even crossed my mind that this single thread, forever slipping from my grasp, would lead us to the very heart of the Dark City. I am sorry, Cohh, and I wanted you to know that. Your faith in me? Did I hear that right? Iliet looks you straight in the eye. The time I spent with you, our conversations, the glow of your soul that only I can see. Yes, faith. With you, He stammers, at a loss for words. I already told you that I know nothing about the shard. That trophy belonged to Theodora, my predecessor. So you're not the one to blame for the destruction of Krudarok, but your blood is? No, I will not condemn you in your blood. No more. My accusations have already cost us too much. I understand why you did that, and I forgive you. I give you my word, Cohh, that I will never betray your trust ever again. You have shown great compassion by accepting me and forgiving my deed. I do not know if I would have been able to do the same. It pains me to know the hardships you have to endure because of me, had to endure, and you still suffer in this cursed arena, in this cursed city. My soul is crushed, Elentok. The loss of Krudarok, the horrors of Kamara, the Drukhari's attempts to re-educate me, I have fully paid the price. I have lost my path and can no longer meditate. My body and my soul know no peace now, and that means that she who thirsts will soon turn her predatory gaze on me. You're unable to meditate. Can that happen? I've heard stories of Eldari unable to reach their inner world because of anguish or madness, and every story had a tragic ending. I wish I could embrace you and give you comfort, but you cannot bear human touch. Iliet shudders and ponders your words for a long while as she battles silently with herself, but then shakes her head. No, I cannot bear it, Elentok, but the fact that you remember this and respect my feelings means a great deal to me. How are you going to regain your powers now? I do not know. I cannot help with meditation, but I'm prepared to stay with you and share the silence. That way you will be able to forget the horrors of Kamara, if only for a little while. Iliet freezes for a second, then gestures for you to take a seat nearby. We had a saying on Krudarok. In silence you can hear a heartbeat, the music of the soul trying to burst out. Please share this wordless song with me, Cohh, and may it bring peace to us both. And then when I apparently got back up, she straight disappeared. Damn. Okay. Cold-blooded. Angry Meatball Buddy, gonna need you to slow down on the self-promo, dude. I already saw you got purged for it. Come on now. Keep the holiday spirit alive. What is Hold Your Sub? This is Hold Your Sub. I don't want you to sub to my channel. What I want you to do is hold on to your sub. And I want on the 27th, we're going to do some raids. Probably the 27th, maybe even the 28th, 29th. And we are going to raid some smaller channels. And then we are going to bomb them with subs. So don't spend your sub on me this month. Save it. And we're going to spread some holiday cheer via some raiding. Yeah, so it should be good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so can I talk to her again? And look at the blood arena here. Jeez. Oh, is she gone? No, she's... Oh, is she on this side? She's on this side. There she is.
You came back from the dark, Elentard?
Okay.
So
I think we're all set. We're all caught up. Let's go see what this stuff is. Oh, there's the comet. He's not dead! Oh, wow. There's Malice. Hi, Malice. Alright, first let's check out the Commissar's arsenal. Ooh! Argenta's getting a toy. Warp reflex ring. Oh, a lot of psyker stuff. A lot of psyker stuff. That's too bad. Don't really need psyker stuff. But I do need this bolter. Pop that down here. Oh, it's like a normal bolter, though. I think, actually, you know what? She may do more damage with the heavy stubber. Yeah, for single shots, I think she'll probably be able to get it, but... let's see. Let's put this on you. The elite body gloves. Put that on Cohh. Okay. We have a heavy on Abelard. I thought we had a heavy, but I thought the heavy sucked. Yeah, the heavy kind of sucks. We can still put it on, but a little more deflection, I guess. Okay. Here I thought Cohh would be done with this game by now, but he's even behind me. Was he waiting for patches or some such? I am purposefully not playing this game super fast. Primarily because I know Act 4 is buggy, and I'd love to give Owlcat as much possible time to get into it. But no, I'm just savoring it, man. Savoring the flavor. Savoring the flavor. Having a great time with it. Taking my time. Okay. Let's see what we got there. Pascal is wearing medium. He should probably be in light, shouldn't he? What's this guy? Enforcer Carapace. 10% armor against human enemies. That to you. And then this guy is a light. Base armor property. Awareness divided by 10% dodge. Ooh. I mean, I got pretty good awareness. What's my awareness? 20. But she's got 95, but she can't use it. Her awareness is 95. What would this be for you? Raise her up to 100% dodge. Sacrifice 10% armor for it? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. I want to get her back up to medium, but I think we can do that for now. What's up, chat? Okay. Okay, so we still need to talk to... Oh, it's everybody. Leader's Throne? What is this? Survey the Den. Resistance fighters are looking at you with a mixture of fear and deep respect. They do not have the guts to address you first. There's something you must know. The man who called himself the Commissar was a traitor and accomplice of the Xenos. His promises of escape were nothing but lies. And there is no hope. We are doomed to remain captives of Xenos, but a clean death is far more enviable a fate. May we beg your lordship to grant us the Emperor's peace? In the name of the Emperor, I, Cohh von Valancius, give you my word that I shall lead you out of this place.
Hydration is required.
In a united urge, the crowd all at once falls to its knees before you. You see their eyes awestruck and warm like sunlight. And as they offer their many-voiced prayer to the Emperor, you hear your name uttered over and over. Commissar is no longer in charge of this unit. Any objections? Okay. Where'd Malice keep his trophies? The container. Okay. Tell me, Malice, do you still have something stowed away, some extra special stash? Who can say now, humanling? You can tear the den down piece by piece. You can torture me. You will find nothing. We Slith know how to shut our sense of pain, and will suppressors have no effect on us. There's only one way you can get your hands on my treasures. Open the cage, give me a knife, get on your knees, and let me carve your throat open. I will reveal the secret to you as you die. Oh. Oh, that's good. Tsunami, dude, my absolute pleasure. The best to you, man. The best to you. Good vibes to you on the holiday, my dude. Do you wish to repent, traitor? Enjoy your little victory. The commissars whose proud features are utterly ruined says in a gurgling voice, enjoy your little victory while you can. Wow. Ew. I see you not feeling any remorse for your vile misdeeds. Not yet. Well, you have plenty of time. Commissar shoots you a venomous glare. Speak to Malice. You should have seen more hospitality when I first came to you. Malice's entire body is covered in grisly wounds. One of his arms was nearly torn off and is hanging by sinew. A human would have long since died from such injuries. But Malice does not even look like he's on his last legs. Laugh away, humanling. You've won. Betray he who aids you. That's life in the spires. Ooh. You serve me now. Not a chance. If I do, you might live, humanling, and I would still be sitting in this cage. No, your problems are your own. Oh. I don't want you to be disturbed. I don't want to send them to the arena, because I feel like they'll get killed there. Alright, so is there anything else here for us? Let's poke around. Let's make absolutely sure. Can I rest here? No, it doesn't look like it. There's Vegastus. With a creak of his tattered lasgun, Vegastus struggles to salute you, your lordship. How'd you end up in Camera? Served on a frigate, the Watchman of the Abyss. I got captured by a Drukhari boarding party. They took me to Camera and threw me aboard one of the gondolas bound for who knows where. The last of my strength, I grabbed the pilot and jumped down into the chasm. The Xenos body cushioned the fall, so somehow I survived. This is where the commissar found me before betraying me and sending me to die in the arena. Sister, I'll be honest with you. When I was there being skewered on spikes like a bug, I cursed your name too, more than once. When you were pulling me out those spikes, it took me a single glance at your face to understand that you'd been just as much of a victim of a sick man's lies as we all were. I do not blame you. Tell me about the betrayal. How'd you end up in the arena? I don't know whether he's a real commissar, but he is an exceptional liar and sadist. His methods was simple. Find people on the streets of the chasm, give them hope that there was a way out of the place, then recruit them to his resistance. A few emotional speeches, food, shelter, and a beat-up lasgun. That's all it took for us gullible simpletons to believe we could escape Camera. Once he found enough volunteers, the commissar sent me and the others on a special mission to capture a ship for our escape. Just like ours. By an incredible stroke of luck, he got a hold of a portal that conveniently led straight to the docks. That creep. I still remember seeing the smug smile on his face as I was entering the portal. As you may have figured, the portal didn't exactly lead to the vessel of our salvation. We were just cattle for his Drukhari cohorts, and our misery and shock at having been betrayed were the delectable morsel. We fought back as best we could, but... You have been avenged. The commissar will not harm another soul ever again. Thank you, your lordship. Now I can die in peace, except, if I may speak freely, keeping him in a cage like a Xenos, even a monster like him doesn't deserve to rot in this thrice-damned place. If it were up to me, I'd execute him as a traitor and be done with it. Sadist, 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 sadatist, sadatist. There it is. Okay. Man, we still gotta find... Dude, where is my girl? Where is my navigator girl? I'm concerned about her, dude.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
So many traumas, dude. So many traumas. We are hurting. All right, I think the only place we haven't been is the anatomical opera. Let's see what's over here.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Oh. The mind maggot thing is driving my dude insane. Where's the rest of my party?
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
A bottomless abyss? Oh, Lord. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to have anyone
keep
with
my
me here.
options open.
Kunrad Voitveer? Theodora? I Factorum Janris?
Is there money to be made?
The hell's going on here? Oh my lord, what is in here? Mort? Edelthrad?